is like 2 auspicious days. We had a session from NSE, the National Stock Exchange, and the expert from there spoke about capital market and the recent trends on capital market. And today another day is on venture capital and the startup businesses. That's another important day. And we have an eminent person with us from the ACS Academy, Madam Mrs. Janani Sri with us, and she's a chartered accountant and worked as a financial associate at Hewlett Packard some time back, and also into the accounts receivable division. She has done her MBA as well along with her CA, chartered accountant, and that she has got a lot of awards. That one important thing is, it's not easy to complete chartered accountant in the first attempt. I think she has done it at the first attempt itself. That's a really great thing to note, ma'am. When I was going through your profile, I was just seeing it. It's really that is a caliber, that competency. I think that you possess, and that is what really you are. I'm happy that you are into that academic and you wanted to help people into that. Not only into the industry. Many people who are strong into the academic background and get into the background of accountancy or chartered accountant, and also they don't really come into academics and training and development. But something, you are something unique and different, and you wanted to come out of it and support people along with your career. That's really a great initiative for the youth, especially the students from management as well as from that accounting background people. And then also she has got a lot of awards. I think it's we have limited time. Without further delay, I would like to welcome Madam Janani Sri for this occasion, and also I would like to register my gratitude to Annamalai sir for making such arrangements for us from ACS, and also Mr. Suresh and the team from ACS Academy. And also we welcome all the students of ASBM Aditya School of Business Management, and I would like to welcome every one of you on behalf of our management, especially from our chairman, our trustee, and the student associations and faculty team of ASBM. So now it's to you, ma'am. I think you can start over with this one.
Thank you so much, sir. Such a wonderful welcome, and I'm very happy to hear that from your end. So I hope I'll be doing best in this session. So thank you so much. Right. Good morning, guys, and welcome to today's session. As we explained already, it is regarding your venture capital. That is for a startup. So how it is and how venture capital will work, and what are the stages we have, and how much funds we raised so far. That is what we are going to see today's session. All right. I'm switching off the camera today because that PPT will a few space will be taken by the camera if I switch on my video in the PPT. So that's why I'm switching it off now, and then I'll go ahead with my presentation. All right. Now we move ahead with the presentation. Yes. First, we will understand what is the meaning of venture capital or venture capitalist. All right. So what does it mean? We would have heard that, like, people will come. I request everybody to mute yourself. All right. Thank you. All right. So when we talk about this venture capital, who are they? Because so many times we would have thought, okay, people will invest, they will invest money in our company. So those guys are called venture capitalists. They'll give money to us. Only that point we'll be, okay, this is called venture capital. This is called venture capital. It is more than that, actually. Venture capital, it is not only they'll provide money, they'll provide even support to us. We will see what and all they can provide in the later slides. First, we will understand what is meant by venture capitalism. All right, guys, venture capital, when we talk about, they will give money, we agree. They will give funds, we'll agree, for the startups. All right. And in return, what they will expect. That is what the question over there. All right. The return is they'll expect is equity, that is ownership. All right. All right. Yeah. So they expect what? Ownership. All right. So when the venture capitalist is investing in your firm or in your company or in your business, what he expects in return is the ownership. Here we call it as equity. Equity means it is not that equity shares or preference shares. No. Equity in technical terms, which means ownership, basically. So they require ownership in exchange of the funds what they are going to invest in your business. All right. Basically, we call it as startups. Where we go for venture capitalists, the startups only. Why especially startups? All right. Why? Because you are not still meant for commercialization. You didn't reach out to the public. So at that point, you need funds. Not only funds, you need some other support system also. You will see that what are the support system you require later. All right. So you need other support system. You need some push up. You need somebody to, some shoulder for you to put your hand and you to jump. All right. For that, you will go for this venture capitalist. All right. As a startup. Now, who is a venture capitalist? Is it an individual or is it a company or is whom they are? Guys, understand. Venture capitalist is a group of investors, all right? They form together as a firm or as a corporate or as, individual investors, however they want, they'll form a group. In that group, say high net worth individuals, we call them as HNIs, high net worth individuals. They have funds, they wanted to invest in somewhere which gives them good returns, and they are ready to take up risk. So these mentalities are there for a venture capitalist, because obviously we know that as a venture capitalist, I know risk is there because I'm expecting high return. In your financial management also, you would have studied cost of capital chapter, I believe you would have studied. When there is a high risk, definitely there is a high return. When there is a low risk, definitely the return will be low. That is what theory of finance. All right. So even venture capitalists will take risk. That is the reason he's investing. They are investing in your ideas, not even business, I can say, your ideas. You're getting it? So venture capital means what? It's a form of private equity. All right. I'm sorry, guys. It's a form of private equity funding that is generally provided to startups and company at a very nascent stage. All right. Now, where they will invest, that is the question mark. Do they invest everywhere? Obviously, no. They'll invest in the projects, they'll invest in the business, or they'll invest in the ideas, which shows a very good growth potential, very good, place for generating revenues, all right, or it will create high returns. All right. Classic example, I'll tell you. Swiggy. Swiggy is also a fundraised, VC funded project only. All right. When they went for, VC funding series, they asked, and it is a very novel idea in India. All right. Because food delivery, there is one app and customer. Nowadays, I'll tell you, in Bangalore, we can't live without Swiggy. We can't live without Ola. All right. Ola, again, it is a venture funded project only. Ola, we can't live without Ola. If we step out, Ola is required. When we check further, I'll tell you how happens now. To check the rate of autos, we won't check the meter. We will check Ola. So it has become like that. It is a very novel idea at that point when Ola came up. So definitely, VCs know that it is going to be a hit in the market. All right. So when Swiggy came, they know that it is going to be a hit in the market. All right. So that is the reason they go for a project which shows certain growth, which shows potential revenue creation, potential returns. Only those projects they will offer or they will invest. So now what is the takeaway for us from this is when we are starting a business, you should be very novel in your ideas. Or at least if you have competitors, you should have some advantage over your competitors. You should have competitive advantage even in your in a management paper, you would have studied how to succeed when you do this SWOT analysis or when you do this, pestle analysis. You will study that you should have this competitive advantage over what your competitors. So those things we see will expect. Only in those projects they will invest. All right. So now, why they invest? That is another question. So first, how they will invest? They will invest, and then usually in a startup company, and when they invest, when that project is showing such returns or such growth or so on these things. And next one, for what they have to invest? That question. For what means they will exchange for control. Control means what? Ownership. All right. For ownership, they will invest. Why ownership? What is the big deal? Guys, I'll tell you at the end of the life cycle of VC, I have a slide in that. The end of VC, when they will exit your companies, they will exit when you have grown certain stage and when you can raise funds from the public. All right. At that stage, they'll put a valuation and they will take their share out and they'll walk off. All right. So at that time, they need shares over there. They need ownership in your business. That is what they will expect. All right. So you are giving your ideas over there. You are taking funds from them. And what you are going to do, you are giving their ownership in your idea or ownership in your business to VCs. All right. So this is called venture capital form of funding. Some successful companies which raise funds through VC, and then now they have become, public listed companies, Facebook, Uber, Twitter, all these guys are from VC funded projects only. All right. Now, how they can be? Provide us means who can be a venture capital? That is a question here. Guys, venture capital is a group of people. Venture capital firms, we call that as a venture capital firms. So they will all HNIs will form one group. They can register themselves as a firm or a corporate, whatever it is, and they will pool in all money there. And from there, it will be invested in the startups. Like that also they can do, venture capital firms. Second one, even banks, government institutions, government banks, public banks, they are providing this funds, venture capital funds. They are selecting few projects which are very good and they are funding from their venture capital funds. All right. So investment banks are there. And then, you have your institution, college, even university sponsored VCs are also there, guys. Universities. You go to many management schools, if you see, they will be having, accelerator programs, incubator programs. All right. So many things are available. Even universities operated or university sponsored VCs. We call them as university sponsored. All right. Next one is high net worth individuals. All right. This is what I was talking about, HNIs. Now in India, not only in India, when we talk about venture capitalists, we always confuse between two things, angel investors and venture capitalists. All right. Angel investors is, if you go technically into these two things, angel investors is different from venture capitalists. All right. Usually, angel investors will not look on the ownership, but venture capitalists will definitely look on the ownership. All right. This high net worth individual means the people who has fund with them and they are ready to invest in the project. Usually, those guys are called high net worth individuals. In India, if you take, so many networks are there, Indian Angel Network, Mumbai Angels, Hyderabad Angels, Can Bank Venture Capital Fund. These are all government institutions. Can Bank means it is run by Canara Bank, SIDBI Venture Capital Fund, IFC Venture Capital Fund. So many funds are there. Sequoia Capital, Axel Partners. So many venture capital firms are there. Even in Coimbatore, I think VK Venture Capitalist is there. I was just browsing through, I came across this. And the Native Lead Foundation is there for your startups. In Coimbatore, they are providing. And then one more also I just saw. In Coimbatore, I just browsed through some, 5 or 6 venture capitalists are there. One and in that most active are Native Lead, I believe, and VK is also there. All right, VK Venture Capitalist Firm is also there. So these guys, what they will do, they have funds. If anybody is starting a business, anybody has very good idea, you can approach them and you have to sell. If I want to put it in very simple language, I can put it like this: you have to sell your business ideas there and you have to get funds from them. Are you getting it? So this is how these are the guys who can provide venture capital to you. All right. Now, what are the stages you can raise funds? As a startup, what are all the stages you can raise funds, or what are the stages involved there? If you go through, usually there will be around some 5 stages or 6 stages. I have given 6 stages here. Why? Because after expansion, when you see this slide, you'll come to know the next slide, it is there. When you go to the fourth stage, the next stage would be the exit stage they would have given. But what happens in the current scenario, even when they go for expansion, later that also they need certain funds for, learning from their mistakes and going back to the curve. So those things are happening. So I have included fifth stage also here, and then I moved on to the last stage. So we will see one by one what is it. All right. What are all the stages you can raise funds for a startup under a VC? All right, under a VC, venture capital program, what are all the stages? How many stages are there? Or what are the different types of funds you can raise? First one, they call it as seed funding. All right, seed funding. By this name itself, you would have understood what is meant by seed. Seed means it's not even germinated. It is not even sprouted. I just to put it in the soil, I need somebody to water it to grow, which means I have an idea, I have a business idea, and I need somebody to help me to shape up the business idea itself. And I need somebody to develop certain things out of that business idea. I need some investments to, incorporate my idea into a business activity itself, like, setting up a company, setting up a proprietorship, or getting a basic registrations. All right. So that is called seed funding. When you need funds for that stage itself, that is called seed funding. Basically, what happens, seed funding stage will be done by the business idea owners itself, which means I am the entrepreneur. Entrepreneur, I can say. By the entrepreneur itself, it can be done. So entrepreneur himself, or from his parents, or from his relatives, or from his friends, he can borrow. Or if he has fund, he can invest his own funds and he can cover up this seed stage. All right, he can incorporate a company, or he can set up a firm, or he can just put it in some, some model. I am there. I have to show the seed at least. No, I have to show something is there now. So that's something I can do it from my own funds. Basically, it will be done from my own funds. And that is called as, in financial languages, that is called as bootstrapping. We call that as bootstrapping. All right. Bootstrapping you can do. Or even that I don't have funds, but I need somebody's fund. Means you can go for crowdfunding model. All right. Or you can take a loan and you can do it. So there are various ways to raise funds even for seed funding. Or no, I will go to a VC itself for seed funding also. You can do it. All right. So basically, seed funding means it is first stage. It is very just first stage, infant stage, not even infant. You are going to get an infant. So I can say like that. All right. So that is called seed funding. Next one is called startup capital. Often what happens, in that industry, we will talk like seed funding and startup capital are one and the same. No, it is not the same. All right. Seed funding is just you have an idea, you need to put it in, you have to convert that idea into a form. That is called seed funding. Startup capital means you have done your basic step, you have put one foundation over there. Now I have to crawl, I have to move, I have to grow. All right, that is called startup capital. All right, so startup capital means I have an idea, I put it in a chart paper. Now I'm converting that idea into a prototype, or I am hiring people. Basically, I'm running a business now. I started a business. I'm just doing it now. I'm crawling. All right. So that in that stage, if you need funds, then that type of capital is called startup capital. All right. Next one is first stage or first round or series A. You would have come across this word, series A funding, series B funding. All right. Even recently, many firms have raised series A funding, series B funding like that. And in the first quarter of 2021, Q1, January to March, I believe, nearly, I think, $3 billion they have raised nearly. All right, around the 10 billion they will cross. They are telling. All right, so Series A, in that so many things are Series A funding, Series B funding. What does it mean, Series A? What is it? So many times we are telling, no, what is it? Series A means it is the stage where you want to commercialize, where you have first, because startup capital, you have done a prototype. All right, you have done a prototype, you have shown the venture capitalists, yes, this is how it will be, this is the model I have created. Yes, now in Series A, what you are going to do is you are going public, which means you are commercializing your product, you are commercializing your service, whether it is a product or product, if it is a service to service. All right, so you are commercializing it. Commercializing it means what? You are selling it. Basically, you are marketing it. You have started your manufacture, your production, you have done it, you are doing marketing, and you are selling the product in the market. You are getting it. So at last you reached your consumer. You are trying to reach your consumer. You are going to reach your consumer. That type of, at that stage, you need lots of fun. Basically, Series A will require lot of fun when compared to startup capital. All right. So Series A is like a push up. It's like, accelerator button for you, which means when a car is going slow, once you press the accelerator, it will take speed, So Series A is like that. Once the fund is coming in, you will go to the consumer. So once the consumer started using your product, you will get the feedback. Now then you will keep on improving it, right? Okay, I made a mistake. Whether it is a success or a flop, you will come to know there only. Once you reach the consumer, you will come to know, you learn from there. Okay, this is what I wanted to do. That is how I wanted to do. Yes, I will correct from here. Again, you will go with the same, revamping. Again, it will happen. All those things covered under Series A only. All right. So funds will be released stage by stage. It is not that at one point, okay, how much you wanted? You wanted 5 crores, I will give 5 crores. No, it is not so. It is not so. You have to tell your venture capitalist, I am in this stage now. For this stage will prolong for this many years, probably. So I need funds for this. You have to give them a proper breakup. So the funds will be released then and there. All right. It is like that. So it is not okay, entire project, I will give you right away this much the money, take this money, go. No, no, not for entire project. They will give it at one shot. No, they will have, okay, series A, this much is budgeted, this much is we have the, these are all the things we are going to do. We are going to cover this market, Bangalore market, Coimbatore market, Tamil Nadu market, or Trichy market. So many markets we are covering. So many consumers we are covering. Yes, for this much human resource required. This much cost required. This much amount is required for my production. So you'll give an estimate. So the venture capitalist will evaluate everything. Okay, so this is what you are going to do. Yes, let me release the funding now for this stage. So he will release the funding for Series A. All right. So now you will start the production. You will do it. It will go on for an year. It is not that yesterday you will speak, today they will release, tomorrow you will do the program. No, it is not like that. All right. So now Series A means when you are going commercializing, or when you are marketing, when you are selling your product, when you are selling your service, then that type of stage is called first stage. And when you require funds for that, that is called Series A funding. All right. Next one is expansion funding, right? Series A funding will be for a longer time because it is not one-time funding. No. Once you do it, you first go to the customer, take the feedback, rework, revamp, again go, again take the feedback, come, work again, go, come. So it is like that. Once you get the success, till you get the successful model, you will be keep on in the Series A only. Once that is done, once that model has fixed it, next what you will do, you will go bigger. That is called expansion funding. All right. So now what will happen? Your venture capital says, okay, this is the thing. Now you jump. You jump to new product. You jump to new market. You jump to new service, new product line. All right. They will say, I will give you funds because anyway you have covered the market space. Anyway you have the people with you. Now you can come up. You can come up with new ideas. You can buy other companies. You can go for acquisitions. You can go for mergers in this type of funding, in this and under this stage. All right, that stage is called expansion funding. Guys, I'll tell you a classic example. I don't know Uber. How many of you know this? Because it is there in Bangalore. Uber. Uber is like a Ola. Even Ola also you can take. Ola, Uber. So these guys started only for taxi services. Taxi services in the sense, taxi or auto, whatever it is, for locomotive, which means they will help you to go from one place to other by autos, cars, bikes, so many things are there. But once the Swiggy, Zomato came, no, now Ola also started Ola Food. Uber also started Uber Eats. Because anyway, you are going to a doorstep by providing autos. When the customer books the auto, you are going to their doorstep. Why can't you pitch into this food service, food delivery also? So that is a new market they entered. All right, that is an example of expansion. All right, so new service, new market. All right, so they are going there now. Uber Eats, Ola Foods. All right, so now you take for even Amazon. Earlier, Amazon were there for, though Amazon is not a venture capital. I'm not talking about this funding thing, but for example, I'm telling you when you can go for new markets. When Amazon, if you see, earlier Amazon was delivering, or Amazon was doing only for these electronic items, or these, apparels, or all those things only. Perishable items, or this grocery and all was not done by Amazon. But then they thought, why can't we do that also? Then they introduced Amazon Fresh. All right, they introduced what? Amazon Fresh. When the big basket, when Amazon was delivering all these things, why can't we deliver vegetables like that? Big basket came up. You're getting it? So when Big Basket came up with that idea, many people came up with now milk supply, right from our everything has changed. E-commerce, milk supply. All right, milk supply has gone to e-commerce website. You, if you want, you can put it in that. This, so all these things, what is happening over there, guys? They are jumping. They are creating new markets, new products. All right. So when these guys are doing it, even whenever you're going for a venture capital funding, definitely once you're done with your own success, now what will happen to make value addition or to create a high value to your business? Definitely, venture capitalists may advise you, or they may feel that, okay, this business is also related to you. Why can't you go for expansion? So now you will expand yourself, expansion funding. All right. You can even acquire a new company over there. You can merge with somebody. You can acquire, you can, you can go global also at that time. All right. So these are all called expansion funding stages. Now, if you see in many theories, after expansion, they'll straight away go to bridge financing or bridge funding. But I have put late stage funding, and this is the current. I mean, latest trend is happening nowadays. Late stage funding means what, guys? I am doing good. I have expanded more. I have done everything good, but still I'm generating revenue, but my profit was not there. How come, ma'am, you are generating revenue? Why? How come? Because we think, no, yeah, these guys are doing good, super good revenue. But if you go and check their profit and loss statement, there won't be any profit. Why? Why means, guys, the cost will be equivalent to their revenue. All right. So your cost will be equivalent to your revenue, or there will be some other issues over there. So still I need to work on. Still I need to, though I have achieved success in my commercialization, though I have achieved success in my expansion, but still I have a growth in revenue, but not any profit. All right. So now I need some funds to rectify all these things to become even more successful. All right. So for that, nowadays there is one stage called late stage funding. All right. I am successful. I am commercially successful. I am commercially generating revenue. Everything is good. But I don't have any profit now. So for that, I need certain funds to improve my cost. To reduce my cost, I need some technology. So to improve my technology, I need funding. So that type of funding is called last stage funding. All right. And the last step in your VC is bridge funding. Guys, I can say this is the last or mezzanine funding. The other name I can call it as a mezzanine. All right. This is the last stage. Why it is the last stage is, guys, understand. So far, your business, your idea, or whatever you have done, that firm or your company is in a nutshell. In a nutshell, in the sense, you're raising finance only from the venture capital, only from your own source. Now you're going bigger. You're growing bigger, which means, ma'am, I already grown. Yes, now you want to fly. So how you can fly is take the help of the public, get money from the public, go for IPO, initial public offering. You get your shares listed or get your shares traded in the market. By that, you can grow bigger. All right. So this is called bridge funding. To till that time, they will finance it. To make you go to IPO, to make you go, all right, to make you list or to make you get private equity financing, the venture capitalist will fund you. That is called bridge financing. See here, the primary goal of this stage is for startup to go what? Public, so that investors can exit the venture and make a profit. All right. So this is the stage where a venture capitalist will get out of your business. He will sell out his stake in your business and he will take the money out and he will walk out. And you will be going where? Public. Now, how you are trading Infosys shares, Wipro shares, TCS shares, like that, you will get your company listed and then you will raise funds from the public. That is called initial public offering. So for to help that, if these guys are funding, then that funding is called bridge funding. These are all the various stages involved. how a entrepreneur, how an startup can raise funds from the VC through their different areas or through their different phases. All right. Next one, here we call it as rounds. Guys, basically rounds or stages are interchangeably used. So I have given here pre-seed is before your commercialization or before your commercial production. I can say prototype. All right, prototype you have. Series A, when you will do it, revenue growth is there. All right, and at that time you will develop operations, branding, marketing. This is first stage. Series B, expansion. All right. If you see any Series B funding in any financial journal or in any financial magazine or economic times, if you see they use the word Series A funding, Series B, Voyo rooms have gone for Series A or Series B funding, Swiggy has gone for Series A funding. You will see that. What does it mean? Series B means they are going for expansion. That is the meaning of it. When they say that Oyo is going, Oyo rooms, I hope you would have heard that, Oyo rooms. Oyo rooms is again a venture funded project only. All right. This is such a successful project. So now Series B, they will say, Series B, Oyo is going for Series B means he is going for expansion. Swiggy is going for Series B means he is going for expansion. He has crossed the first stage, which means he crossed the first stage. He is going for expansion. Now Swiggy is going to buy somebody. Swiggy is going to acquire somebody. They are going some other brand. So like that, you have to understand. So Series A means it is first stage. Series B means it is what? Buying businesses, acquisitions, expansion. Series C is large scale. Series C, we call it as large scale. You are going global, international markets. All right. So these are all the various series of funding which they use it in your technical journals or technical magazines. All right. Next. Guys, I already told you what are the advantages of venture capitalist. Everybody know money is one point. Yes, I agree. Fund is one point what I get from a venture capitalist. I agree. But apart from that, what else I do have? Guys, in today's scenario, you need networking. You need what? Network. It is not so easy that just because you have an idea, just because you have a money, you can reach out anywhere. No, you need proper marketing. You need branding. You need networking. All right. I tell you, because many of the entrepreneurs failed because of the loss of network in the sense uh, you know uh, reference. If I want to put it in very local language, reference, somebody should guide me, somebody should give a reference, somebody should give me recommendation. We will use no that word in our very common life. We will use the word recommend. Could you please recommend me? Could you please suggest me? That thing is coming from your venture capitalist. You're getting it. I'll tell you, many success stories are based because of the venture capitalist. He will tell you because those guys are very experienced guys, and those guys are very high net worth individuals. They have connections everywhere, and when you need something, they will say, hey, this is what is required. Fine, I got to know. I have the same technology run by some other startup. Why can't you guys meet each other? Why can't you guys help each other? He will tell that. So what happens? You will meet people like yourself in who are there tied up to him. So easily you can get connections over there. Easily you can approach people. Easily you can get help from there. You can get support system from there. You're getting it. Not only funds. He will guide me in many ways. Strategies. He'll tell you, okay, this company made this strategy. Why can't you do that? Because we are new entrepreneur. We would have done our level. Our scope will be as a fresh young entrepreneur. Your scope is very limited. You can read only very limited. You can analyze only very limited. If you keep on analyzing, time will go. All right. So what you will do, you will go to obviously that is what we will tell. No, we will go and ask our faculty. We will go and ask our seniors. Okay, how this thing has come. You are asking, no, the same way to save some time. You are asking that. You can sit and read, understand yourself everything. By that time flies. When you understood the concept, time flies. So what will you do? You will go ask your seniors, you'll ask your elders, you'll ask your faculty, could you please explain me this concept or something? The same way, when you are raising funds from a venture capitalist, You can still analyze yourself, still you can read yourself. But what happens? Time flies. Another person will come in. So that is the reason you will ask the help of the venture capitalist. Okay, push me up, where to meet? Okay, this is the he will show you. Oh, go there. Yes, you can meet them. Yes, you can collaborate with them. You can learn something from them. Guys, even if many universities, I said, no, IIMs are having it, even NASCOM is having it. Those programs are called accelerator programs or incubator programs. All right. So young entrepreneurs will be there. Literally, they will be taught, all right, how to shape up their ideas, how to fine tune their ideas. And they themselves will connect them with the venture capitalists who are interested in their projects. All right. So the main advantage, if you ask me, when you go for venture capitalism is your networking, your connections will improve, your networking will improve. Easily you can brand yourself. You're getting it? So because branding and networking is very important in today's scenario, because everywhere if you go, branding is very, even that is the reason everybody, even if they are creating anything, they are going with what? Branding. First thing they are going with what? Branding. Because you should make sure that if they are telling my name, if they should know my brand. You're getting it? And that can be done with the help of venture capitalists for your companies. All right. Now, what are the advantages? Huge capital you can raise. Yes. Expert advice and guidance. They'll give you, because those guys are not simply they have money, they don't know. I'm not talking about those type of guys. I'm talking about real venture capitalist who will be means they have the knowledge, they have the particular expertise in that area. All right, guys, if you go and see any profile of a venture capitalist, they will say, they'll put their profile saying that my area of expertise is, they'll put technology, in technology consumer forum, all those things they will put. If you browse, you can see. All right, so they have that knowledge in that area. So which means they can guide you through that. All right. So there is no need here, no monthly installments I put. What does it mean? Guys, it is not that you borrowed from a venture capitalist, you have to repay him. No. I told you already, venture capitalist means he will invest in your business for equity, for ownership. So there is no need for you to repay him or any installments you have to pay. No, nothing is required. And additional funding, yes, that is why stage 1, stage 2 we have seen. No collateral required. There is no need for you to give any security for the venture capitalist for funding. That is the main thing. All right, here your collateral is, I would say, it is your idea. It is your business. All right. Next one, building strong business network. That is very important. That is one of the biggest advantage of venture capitalists. And better exposure and publicity. Guys, I'll tell you, when you go for this venture capital, what will happen? Many people will come to know, many HNIs will come to know. Wow, this guy is investing in this. Okay, what is that project? Okay, who is doing it? Okay, good. Okay, these guys are doing it. Okay, this project, oh, this is good. So it will create publicity for you. Risk management and decision making. Definitely, when they are going for equity, when they are taking ownership, they will be in your board of members. All right. So they will be in your decision making. They will take risk on that. They will manage your risk on all those things. Definitely, there will be operational assistance, and they'll provide their supremacy over there. You're getting it. So these are all the advantages of venture capitalist. Now you may ask, ma'am, you said so many things. What are the disadvantages? Guys, I didn't put disadvantages in this slide. Since you are a young entrepreneur, definitely when you want to grow up, you need funds. Guys, every coin has two sides. Both pros and cons are there. One of the biggest disadvantage of venture capitalists, what everybody would say is, you will lack ownership. You will lack ownership. All right, that happens because since you are giving a share of your ownership to them, that risk you should take when you want to grow bigger. All right, when even you are taking risk, no, correct? So because you are taking that risk because you want to fly. If you want to fly, you have to take a risk, and the risk is giving away your, it is not that they will take entire ownership, no. All right, so you will be having some control, but major control with them, but that risk you are taking. Why? Because you are monetizing your idea, you are converting your idea into your business. You're getting it? That is a disadvantage of the venture capitalist, where you will lose control. As a owner, you will lose control, or as a entrepreneur, you may lose your ownership. That happens, but that also we can avoid by drafting a proper document, having a good rapport with your venture capitalist. That also you can avoid. And but when you grow bigger, these things you have to risk for. All right. So these are all the advantages of a venture capital programs. Next, this is the life cycle. Life cycle here means how this will happen. Guys, first, the companies and the interested VCs will meet. Company here means the entrepreneur. So these guys, first they will meet. First, you have to approach your VC. How to approach, I'll tell you. So first, you have to approach your VC, and then you have to pitch your ideas. Pitch means you have to put forth your business plans. Sir, this is the idea I'm having. Idea means it is not only your idea, guys. Just you cannot explain them. You have to put it into a plan. Business plan in the sense you have to show numbers over there. You're getting it? If it is a product, though, you have to show the product model. How does it work? How this will help the consumers? Where and all they can use it? Who are all your target audience? Who are all your target market sector? And which area you're going to target? Which state you're going to target? What are the government policies over there? Who are all your competitors? What is your financial projections? All those things you have to explain to the VC. Now, once you did that, once the VC liked it, what he will do, he will take up your proposal and he will conduct a due diligence. All right. Due diligence means it's nothing but verification or checking, I can say. All right. What checking he will do, whether whatever you said is technologically viable, is it feasible, whether the market is there, whether competition is there, whatever you said is right, whether do we have any legal constraint in this, can we develop this, whether if I convert this into a business, whether that will succeed. All those things he will do. All right, there are separate teams for that. So they will conduct all these audits, I can say, or due diligence, I can say, they will do, and they will submit the report to the VC. In a VC firm, always there will be a group of people. I told you there will be group of investors will form together. From there, they will invest. No, in that, suppose one project, there are 10 people. Out of this 10, one person liked their project very much. He will say, okay, I will, whatever the investment is going to this firm, I will take 70% of it. All right. Now he is called lead investor. All right. Suppose that firm is going to invest in your company, say 10 crores. Now the one person is telling, I will invest 7 crores, no problem. I like the project. Now that person is called lead investor. All right. And followed by the 3 crores back is there. No, other persons, other investors who are in that firm, they can invest. Those guys are called follow-on investors. Next, once they find who is the lead investor, who is the follow-on investor, negotiations will happen. Now they'll call you. Okay, so we have done with our all these things. Now this is the valuation we have come up with your business things. Okay, this is these are all the rounds we have decided, series A, series B, or this many years we have decided how much we will do it. All other terms, how much ownership we wanted, all those negotiations they will keep on doing it. All right. Once it is done, they will release the money. You will start. I said no, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, all those things that every stage it will happen. The same process will happen. Once the business comes to the bridge funding stage is there, no, that is the end game for VCs. End game means at that stage, they will exit the company via what? IPO or other liquidity events. If it is a successful one, they will go for IPO and they will exit. If it is not a successful venture, they will liquidate all those things and they'll take away whatever they have invested and they will leave the organization. They'll leave the new entrepreneur. All right. So this is the life cycle of your entire VC in your startup. Next, these are all the very famous VC funded projects. If you see here, Swiggy, this is a lead investor, and VC firm is Accel Partners. So the firm is Accel Partners. In that, the lead investor is Anand Daniel for these projects. All right. Now, Swiggy, Taxi for Sure, and if you see here, Byju's. All right. Byju's is there. These are all the famous things which you have seen come across every day. And Redbus, Book My Show, Zomato, which are famous things you are seeing, no? Oyo, all right, all those things are VC funded only, all right. All these things are VC funded, and these are all the fund, which means they are firms, VC firms, CQR Capital, SIFE Partners, Axel Partners, India Ventures, all right. All those things are VC firms. In that, these guys are lead investors, all right, and given for your perusal. Now, popular VC firms I have given, one is CTR Capital, and they have come nearly the deals they have completed is 245. These are very active VC firms in India, but CQR Capital is an American venture capital firm, but they are interested in investing in Indian startups, all right. Notable investments in India, what they have done is Byju's, they have done Khatabook, Oyo, all these things are done by CQR Capital, all right. Next one, Axel. Next very active VC firm in India is Axel Partners. Again, this is an American capital firm, and they also completed nearly more than 200 deals in India. Notable investments are Swiggy, Freshworks, Blackbuck, Bounce, Flipkart. All these things are funded by Axel Partners. And then one more is there, Nexus. There are so many things. The major venture capitalists, I put it here, who are very active. Nexus Venture Partners, they have completed, I think, 80 deals they have done. Notable investments are White Hat Junior, Delivery, Unacademy, Zomato, all right. And now these are Silicon Valley and Mumbai-based VC firm, all right. So these are all the popular VC firms, or very active VC firms in India. Apart from that, you have so many, guys. I have just given 3. That's it. These are all the top 10 Indian startups in 2020. How much they raised also I have given here. Ola Cabs, Oyo, Paytm, Big Basket, Swiggy, Zomato. These are all the funding they have raised. All right. Recently they have raised last year. Sorry. Recently, very recently, this year, May 20th, I put the date also. ANSR Consulting, they have gone for Series B funding. They have raised around $15 million. And Skyroot Aerospace, I hope you have heard this Vikram, that, aerospace, aeronauticals. Vikram 1, 2, 3 are there, no? Those rocket kinds, like we call that. All right. So that company, Skyroot Aerospace, has gone for Series A funding. They raised $11 million. And even Agnikul Cosmos, it is Chennai-based company. Tamil Nadu, this is there in Telangana. Agnikul is in Chennai, I believe. So they raised $11 million. All right. So these are all the recent fund raised. All right. May 21. See the dates. May. Recent series went for funding. And when you go for venture capitalist, that is the question. Many people will ask, ma'am, when shall I go and meet a venture capitalist? Or when is the need for me to meet? All right. Guys, when you need only cash, you don't need any other support. You need cash means, then you have various ways. That's what I told. No, bootstrapping. Bootstrapping means you can take from your own means. All right. Or you can go for any grants which are given by the government, or you can go for crowd-based, crowdfunding, reward-based crowdfunding or equity-based crowdfunding. Again, it is a new model in India where you can raise funds from the people. There are various crowdfunding platforms. You can verify. I mean, you can browse through in your Google also. Crowdfunding means you are asking people. You put your ideas over there, and you ask people, if you are interested, give me. I will do this business. For that, I'll give you some reward. Reward means it is not the dividend or it is not that ownership, a small reward for them. All right, that's it. So basically, when you need only cash, that also in very smaller amount. Yeah, in that way, you can go with crowdfunding, you can go with grants, you can borrow and you can do. I don't want cash. I need only support. Support system means I need a place. I need technical guidance. I need, somebody to guide me through a right path. So if you need support only, then you can go for incubators or co-working or even accelerator programs you can go. All right. Now, when you need both cash and support, all right, then in that you need both, and you need only a small amount of cash but a large amount of support, then you can go for angel investors. Or you need cash also, you need support also, but at a huge end, then you can go for venture capitalist. All right. No, I don't want, but I need more support. I need less cash, but I need more support. Then accelerator programs. There are various ways where you can approach. Where you can approach according to your need, you can approach these investors basically for your startup. All right. Next, takeaway. One question was posted to me: how to approach a venture capitalist. Guys, please understand how to approach a venture capitalist. There are various programs conducted, or there are various websites out there. If you go and type Indian Angel Network, Mumbai Angels, if you type, they'll show you list of venture capitalists. So what you have to do is, before going to them, first you have to prepare yourself. All right, you have to get prepared for the questions what they will ask. Right. So first thing, how you're going to approach them, um, whether that particular VC has invested in your particular project in your area, which means, suppose if I'm going for, say, suppose I developed, last time when I did, one question was posted to me, whether they will invest in CAFE ideas, this coffee day CAFE ideas. Then now you have to do an analysis whether any VCs have done for this CAFE kind of ideas, CAFE businesses, whether they have done, how much they have done. All those analysis you have to do it on yourself. Okay, then what you have to do, you have to prepare a list of investors who are all interested in your project, and you have to strike off those who will not invest in your project, because certain investors, if you go see in their profile, they will say, I am interested in this areas. They will say that I am interested in financial technology, I'm invested in consumer oriented businesses, I'm invested in service oriented businesses. So you have to look on their profile where they will invest. Based on that, you have to choose your own investors. Okay, these guys will invest in my business. Then you have to, once you selected your investors, go there, meet them. At least you would have selected around some 10 to 12 investors. Now first you will go to, not you first itself, you will not go to a final investor, you will go to an investor who is very likely, or very least likely to invest in your project. You will go to him, and you will approach, you will put your ideas. All right, you put your ideas, you present your business plan, everything. He will just look into it, and he will say, okay, this is not there, this is like that. He will give some feedback to you. Take that. It is like a rehearsal to you. Take that, rework on your program, rework on your business plan. All right, keep on doing this, and then this person will definitely will be interested, and there you go and put your presentation, and make sure you have made your points very clear. You answer all your questions asked to you, and definitely it will be a win-win situation for you and your investor. All right, just to don't go with your bare hand saying that, this is my idea, this is the thing. All right, you just to do it, you invest in money, I will show you the revenue. No, empty hand, nothing works. I tell you, what are all the, even one question posted to me, what are all the documents we have to show to them before asking for fund? Guys, rather than the documents, your presentation is important. In the presentation, what is required is, first thing, you have to portray yourself. First. Second, you have to put your business idea, how it is new, what you are going to do, why you are doing this. Third thing, how well this will, what are the numbers connected to it. All right, how much investments you need it, stage by stage, month by month. You're getting it. You have to tell, month one, this is my total market, this is my market share, this is my some target audience, this is the percentage, this is my expenses I'm expecting, these are all my head count. I tell you guys, head count also they will ask you. Ma'am, it is a very new business. How can I tell them? That is what your preparation should be in such a fashion. How much people you required, how much headcount you needed. You're getting it in your organization, not only for today. You have to give this projection for 3 years minimum. They'll expect minimum 3 years ka projection. Minimum 3 years projection you have to give them. How many headcounts, why you are increasing the headcounts, why you are increasing your capital expenditures, why you are increasing your, how you are increasing. Every questions will be asked. Each question should be supported by your logic. So you have to prepare your entire financial projections with sound base, just not because your idea they will invest, how well you are, and they'll ask you one question, how much you need. At that time, you can't say, 1 crore, 2 crore. No, you have to tell strongly, this stage, this month, I need this amount. You have to tell. So your preparation, your presentation should be in such a fashion. All right. Then only the VCs will be interested. Yes, you have done certain groundwork, you have done everything. Whether your project will be successful or not, they will take it and your meeting will go further. All right. This is the way you have to present yourself to your VCs. Next, I think there was a question posted, I believe. Let me finish off my, I think it is done. All right. And let me see the question. So one, I hope it was a useful session to you. So how to approach, I told, and how to do it, just a minute, guys. There was a message posted. Let me read in the chat box. What is the fair percentage for an investor in venture capitalists and angel investors? Okay. So you meant to say fair percentage means equity percentage you are talking about, right? All right. Angel investors, basically, most of the times it is not that they'll ask for ownership. All right. If you are, it's based on their amount of investment, what you are looking at it. Fair percentage, if you ask me, I don't think so. But in the market scenario, majority of the ownership will be with the venture capitalist. All right. Minimum, at least, minimum they will expect 30. Minimum to minimum, they'll expect 30. All right. So minimum, why I'm telling 30 is that because if you go to Companies Act, if you go to certain things, the magical number, we call it as 26%. All right. So minimum expectation and venture capitalists will expect in your businesses 30% minimum. And all the times they'll expect for major ownership. All right. So fair percentage, it's based on the size of the investments, what you are asking for, and the stage where you are standing in. But as per the market standards, it is minimum 30% ownership they'll ask for. All right. So thank you.
Basically, ma'am, 30% means the maximum 30% can be, right?
Not maximum, minimum.
Minimum.
Okay. Minimum.
So based on the proposal, the investors' interest, they can proceed.
Yes, sir. Usually the venture capitalist will, ideally they will be for majority of the ownership. Why? Because I'll tell you, it is not about this ownership. Why they'll go with the ownership is tomorrow, when technically, if I want to speak, means when we go for any resolutions or when we go for any company decisions, that they should need the control in their hand. Yeah. Okay. So for that, ownership plays a major role. Okay. So they can do whatever they want only when they have a major control. Okay. So that is the reason they usually ask for majority of the shareholdings or major, shareholdings over there. That's why I said minimum 30% they will expect. Maximum it can go till 60 for 70 also. There are scenarios where they have gone for even 60% also. More than 50 they have gone for.
So whatever the idea can be sold, then I think we can go for the maximum investment.
Yes, maximum investments. And if they, whatever they have done, any new strategies over there, whether they are going for any acquisitions, then in that stage they will increase these shares. Keep on, they'll increase the shares. That's how it works.
It's really a very, in simple terms, you have explained it really well, ma'am. So it's for the openers, I think it's a really good session. So I'm my students, please you can ask questions. You can post it, or you can even unmute and speak. Unmute and speak. Now it's time to unmute and speak. Yeah, there is a question, ma'am.
Where can we? Yeah, it is there in the chat box. Where can we provide funds for crowdfunding? Akshay, I have one clarity. I need clarity in your question. You wanted to provide funds, or you wanted to raise funds? Because in your question you said, where can we provide?
yeah, we want to provide funds to the capitalists is there, right? Venture capitalists. How can we provide fund to them as they are going to fund in the this one startups, right? Is there any way where we can provide fund to them and they can provide to startups?
Okay, no, no, no. That fashion, it won't happen. See, for that, first you have to register yourself as a venture capitalist in that particular firm. Then you can invest your money over there. It is not that they will collect money from somebody, they will put it in their name. No. Venture capitalist, it won't work in that fashion. But when you asked crowdfunding will happen. There are various websites, your story, all those things. If you Google, you'll get that crowdfunding platforms. There are platforms for that. You go there, you can search projects. People will post their projects, people will post their ideas. Okay, so you have to choose which idea you wanted to invest. You can invest or you can put in that type. Your investments may be small only. They won't ask you huge funds from you. The amounts will be very small. I'll tell you one classic example. I think in Karnataka, I believe a movie was taken. I think Lucia. The movie name is Lucia. All right, that movie was taken by crowdfunding model. You're getting it? Crowdfunding. They did it because the director posted his story and he asked for funding. People liked their story, and huge Kannada movie lovers and people who liked the story, they started funding the movie itself. You know how much it will take, how much cost it will be for taking a movie, right? So they funded the entire movie. He raised the, then it becomes a successful platform. Nowadays, even people are raising funds. Even I am producing, say for example, I'll tell you, biodegradable item I'm producing now, or sanitary napkins, I'll tell you, for example, biodegradable. Now they posted this, many people came forward, volunteer like you and me, or people, they wanted to invest their share. All right, instead of donating or instead of going giving somewhere else, let me put it for a cause, let me give it for a young entrepreneur. So they started this platform like that. They started funds from there, and they raised funds from there. They started. All right, if you want to fund for a startup like an individual, if you want, you have to list yourself as a high net worth individual, either as an angel investor. There is a angel investor group is there. For Coimbatore, you have one group actually. I just recently I gone through that group also. So for Coimbatore, I think it is Native Lead or Coimbatore Investors. You have that group. You have to join that group. You have to put a profile over there. I am here. I am interested in this areas. I can invest from this much to this much. Minimum investment is this much. Minimum I can invest 1 lakh rupees. Maximum I can invest 50 lakh rupees or 1 crore I can invest. You have to put the bandwidth. Then people who need money, they will contact you. If you like their project, you can invest. It is not that you can give money to venture capitalists. They will go and fund it. No, venture capital won't work in that fashion. How to tell our business ideas securely to the VC? How can we make sure that our ideas are confidential? All right. If you ask me whether your ideas are confidential, or see, if you have, for example, suppose you have found out something, you have innovated something. Okay, you have innovated something, or you invented something. I can say you developed some formula, you developed some some right or something which can't be copied by others. If you feel, first thing, you should apply for a patent. You should apply for a patent. You should patent your idea. If you want to safeguard this, the only way is you have to patent your idea. Because how come they know that your idea is not a stolen one, or your idea is a very novel, nobody has told this. So for that, first thing, you have to patent. Once you patented it, then when you present it to a VC or when you show it to a VC, then even though if it is copied by somebody else, you can, put a contest over that. You can contest against that. You can put a case against it, and definitely you will win. All right, many of the times it happened, and that is why now it is called as IP, intellectual properties. So please patent your IPs. That is what they are telling. All right, that is a safety measure. You can do it. Do CS play any role in VC? CS in the sense company secretary, are you talking about? Abhi Kannan, are you talking about company secretary?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
What exactly are you looking at? Any role in VC means what
Ma'am,
exactly?
like I'm looking for job opportunities like that. Do they give any legal advice or like that, ma'am?
No, could you please put your question very clear? I'm not. Are you looking?
It's on investment, Kanna. It is not for the working or career things. It's on the investment side, right?
Yes, sir. I mean, do venture capitalism they hire any CEOs or like that?
Oh, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Of course, yes. Of course,
Okay.
yes. Okay. You are asking whether VCs will need CS ka help. Is that the
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
question?
ma'am.
Correct? Yes,
Yes.
of course. See, when we said it is not that VC, once you put your ideas, if he likes, so definitely he will say yes to you. No. I said due diligence will take place. You are getting it? So in due diligence, so many panels will be there. Chartered accountants will be there because they will check out whether any tax implications will be there, whether it is financially viable, or that even MBA finance graduates will be employed. Why? Because whether it is viable for them to go for this project, whether commercially it will be successful. Company secretaries or lawyers will be there. They will check how to draft. Somebody asked, share, how much share they need it, how much ownership they need it. So even for that to tell that company secretary, lawyers will be there. Sir, we will go for 30%, we will go for 40%, we will offer 50%. And this is how the draft has to be, this is how the agreement has to be drafted. These are all the clauses we have to give. So all those legal formalities will be done by lawyers and company secretary teams. All right. So definitely there is an opportunity, job opportunity for CS and lawyers, CAs, finance graduates in a VC firm.
It's a mutual support from each other, right? Both
Yes.
parties have to have company secretaries,
Yes,
and
yes.
like lawyers and everything, chartered accountants and so on, because you can't simply trust somebody, right? You need to get all the clarity.
Yes.
Legally it is cleared.
Yes.
So it's so much to be done. Of course, there are opportunities, other opportunities. That's a good question, I guess. I think. So any other questions, guys? One more question, the last question, anyone is interested? Otherwise, we'll close it. We are running out of time.
How much should I raise for Series A? Ajay, what is your business plan? First, I should know that. No. So without that, how do I know how much you can raise? It's depending upon your business plan. It is depending upon your budget.
How much you can sell it? How you can go and sell it to the investors. That's what more important. How innovative is going to be, how attractive is going to be, all more matters, than how the market acceptability. It's so much. It's not like a vague question, imaginary question you can ask like that. And you have to be very practical with all those. So I'm going to invest so much money into your business without knowing all those. How can I go and invest?
So it's based on your requirement.
Requirements. You can demand, but it's up to the investor to decide whether he wants to invest that much or not. It's how you're going to sell your business plan. That's what you all have to prepare now. I'm going to invite maybe Madam and maybe Annamalai sir, all those people to sit and wait through your business plans in the next time, whether they are willing to invest on your plan or not. So there is a task, Madam, besides this, they have to do it. So this is kind of a support, your session is going to be supporting them to prepare their business plan. And they have to go and propose it. Yeah, that's there. They have already done it for like last 2-3 months. They've been doing it. And it's a place they are just sourcing their investors now. So this venture capital is actually, it's a good session, correlated to that particular task. So as a B school, we wanted to make sure all these are happened during their studies itself. Even they are from home and they have to do all these. There are 2 or 3 members with similar interests they have created, and they are doing this now. And that may be the reason you would have asked that question. But anyway, so
no problem.
Yeah.
That is how much it is based on your requirement. Okay, since sir told me that you guys are in the stage of raising funds, or your stage of, if you need of fine tuning your ideas, I'm telling you, ma'am, I have an idea, but I don't know how to sharpen it, how to commercialize it, even that also support system is there. All right. We have incubator program. All right. Incubator program is there. Many MBA schools, universities are providing it. So first thing what you have to do is you go and attend all the, programs, seminars. So VCs themselves will sometimes universities will conduct seminars where VCs will come and give a presentation. So at that time you will get a connect with the VC. All right. So before connecting with the VC, I want to prepare myself. I want to put that means you can always approach to an incubator. There is a program called incubator. All right.
Support us.
Incubator program is there. So you can approach it. I think in Coimbatore also it is there.
Yes, ma'am. We are connecting, actually trying to connect with people. And even our own chairman is an actually entrepreneurial advisor. He has like 7-8 firms.
Okay.
So, that's where we are trying to do. We have established one executive learning environment center also here. So those things are into plans.
Yeah. Then
so that's really,
incubator is done. If you need only some funding, you can go for accelerator programs. From incubator, you can jump to accelerator. And then later, if you need huge funds for once you've done everything, now I can manage a VC now. Whomever comes, I can manage a VC now. And then you can go to a VC. So real planning is before that VC is first to approach your ideas with your incubators, your accelerators. They will fine tune you. They will, like how the diamond is there, raw diamond, they will sharp it and they'll make you shine. The same way, incubators and accelerators will help you to fine tune your ideas and commercialize yourself, and they will help you to connect with the VC. Once you meet with the VC, then real challenge started. How you are running it, how you are going to make a profit. Once after you met the VC, once investment started coming in, your company is in full, it will keep on expanding stage, it will keep on growing stage. Series A itself will keep on for 3-4 years also. Because I already told you, it is not that just one day program, it will come and do now and invest now. No. You have to show the results stage by stage, you have to show the results. In between, investors may also change. You're getting it? So those things also will happen. Anything else?
That's really a great session, madam. And I think it's already more time. We have taken your time. And more than the scheduled time, it's running. Thank you so much for the interactive session. It was very much into down to earth for us to student-based session. Actually, you have done it for them to really understand it. And it's really great exposure for our students as well as the faculty. And thank you so much, madam. We would like to connect with you more in future. And on behalf of our institution, ASBM Aditya School of Business Management, and our management, especially from the chairman, the managing trustee, and the faculty team and students, we would like to register our gratitude to you, madam. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Also, our thanks to ACS Academy, Annamalai sir, and Mr. Suresh and the team who was trying to coordinate for us and making this happen for us. Thank you so much, all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I think we can complete.